did email payments. So how is it that PayPal was able to beat all of them? And in particular, how was it able to beat BillPoint when BillPoint was eBay's in-house service? So not very few people understand why. And there's a couple of things. First of all, if you look at the underlying economics of the system, we figured out a way to authenticate bank accounts. So the normal way that it's really hard to authenticate a bank account from the standpoint of pulling money from someone's bank account, because you can give us a bank account number, but how do we know it's you, right? The Federal Reserve has no authentication system that works for pulling money from people's accounts. But we came up with an idea for authenticating it by making two small deposits in somebody's bank account, which effectively made it a 4-digit PIN. So only the person who had that bank account could tell what the 4-digit PIN was because of those two little tiny deposits. And then
the authentication process.
We figured out how to authenticate a bank account without even seeing you.
And that's like the breakthrough, right?
That was one of the fundamental breakthroughs. There were many.
Okay, well, just tell me one more that's pretty big right there.
That's a very big one. And the reason it's very big is because when you send money from one person to another, if you send it using a credit card, you have a very high fee associated with that. But if you send it using an electronic check, it only costs a few cents. Plus, the electronic check is very unlikely to be fraudulent, but whereas credit cards, there's a huge amount of fraud associated with credit cards. So with a credit card system, you're paying your effective cost, including fraud, is probably about 3.5% of the transaction. The effective cost of the electronic check is maybe a quarter of